know we played this little trick earlier, but it was so exciting I want to do it again. Just have a listen to this. I don't know if you can hear that, but that is the noise of rain, I'm afraid, falling on RSPB Minsmere. But I guess it's good for the flora and fauna, isn't it? It may be good for some of the wildlife as well. Not very good for radio presenters. It will be a cloudy day with periods of rain. It may be heavy at times. Mist will linger, particularly along the North Sea coastal areas. Breezy at times as well. A chilly day everywhere, I'm afraid. 15 Celsius, 59 Fahrenheit. The cloud and rain, some of which will be heavy, will continue at first tonight. The overnight low, 8 Celsius, that's 46 Fahrenheit. Tomorrow, a better day, really. A drier and much warmer day. Plenty of sunshine and a moderate breeze. Producer Claire is just taking the computer tablet off my clipboard, and I'm going to introduce a gentleman who is called Hawk Honey. He comes from Ipswich. He describes himself on his blog as just an ordinary guy with a keen interest in all things nature. But ahead of the Springwatch team, he had a camera on a blue tit nest box last month. What does it take for the enthusiastic amateur to capture wonderful pictures of wildlife? Hawk, thanks so much for coming down to see us today at RSPB Minsmere. How long have you been interested in all things nature for?
I've always been interested in nature ever since I was a little kid, but growing up in the East End of London, you didn't really get to see much of it. It was really a concrete jungle, but as I moved out of London, you get to see more of it, and as time became more available to me, I really was able to immerse myself in it more by recording it, photographing it, and like you say, the blue tip box, setting that up and watching the chicks develop and hatch.
So basically, to take an active interest, if Springwatch is inspiring people to do something, to take an active interest, I'm guessing, in essence, you don't need any equipment at all. If you just get a pen and a pad of paper, you can be recording wildlife.
Exactly. You don't need to be an expert to record wildlife. You can, just by sitting indoors looking out your back garden, you can see birds on your bird feeder. Record what birds you see. If you see a hedgehog in your garden at night, Suffolk Wildlife Trust at the moment running an I Spy an Hedgehog campaign where you can record this online or even over the phone. So, and even if you see insects or creatures that you don't know what they are, take a photo, upload it to a website called iSpot, where an expert will ID it for you, and then you can record it on a website called iRecord, which records all wildlife, whether it be plants, insects, mammals, birds, whatever you see or hear. It'll be recorded and it will go to your local biological record centre.
So a brilliant community resource that's come from the community.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's a lot of experts are all working together to identify all these things, and it helps to see how how biodiversity is changing, how invasive insects are coming in, like the Harlequin ladybird, which was first spotted in the UK in 2004. And if you go to the UK Ladybird's website, you'll see how it is spread across the UK. And this is all because people have seen it, spotted it, recorded it.
So that's one way of recording. Mm-hmm. Tell me about your filming of the blue tits in their nest box. Do you need a lot of very technical equipment to do that successfully these days?
Not really. I mean, nowadays you can buy a nest box with a camera in it for around £40 to £50.
So the nest boxes come
with the camera
ready rigged up with the camera?
Yeah, they all come with a camera in it that you just need to plug into the back of your computer or your TV, and there you have live footage. And you can look at it day or night because they have infrared, so of night time you get a black and white image, but you'll see the birds sitting on this, or and it was a fantastic thing to watch. I mean, from the very beginning when the blue tit came in to start bringing nesting materials in, to even tree bumblebees coming in to examine the box to see whether it's worth them nesting in it, So
Is it quite addictive? Do you find it, once you've got one of these cameras rigged up, it's quite difficult to drag yourself away? We were speaking to the story developers whose job it is to watch cameras for 12 hours, but when it's not your job...
No, yeah, it can be quite addictive, and sometimes it took me away from more important things I should have been doing, like the housework, for example.
Now tell me about your blogging, because of course many people have an interest in wildlife, but they don't necessarily want to inspire other people and share that interest. How did that start?
Well, it started really as a bit of a project. Like I say, I've always been interested in wildlife, and people always know that I like to talk about it, and I thought I could educate others. People always asking me questions, so I thought if I shared what I knew, then more people would like it, and it has really taken off. I mean, I started it 3 years ago, and it's really going quite strong now. Many more people are following it. And
you're on Twitter as well. People can follow you on Twitter?
Twitter, yes, at symbol Suffolk Nature. And that is also Twitter is a brilliant way of IDing things you find. I use Twitter, so if I find an insect in the field, I often take a picture. Can anyone tell me what this is, please? And within 30 minutes, I'll get an ID, because there'll be an expert on Twitter who will tell me what that is.
So really, the advent of modern technology is helping people. We've gone on from just setting out with a book of bird identification and a pair of binoculars, and now you've got all this wonderful shared knowledge and an ability to share knowledge.
Oh yeah, it is absolutely wonderful. The technology, I mean, Butterfly Conservation and Ladybirds UK, they have iPhone or Android apps now, where if you see one of these insects in wherever you are, it will take a picture of it, it will locate where you are with a GPS signal, and it will record it to the iRecord website.
Now, I know you're trying to inspire others, and you do quite a lot of work, don't you, from an educational point of view as a volunteer? Yeah,
that's right. I work for Suffolk Wildlife Trust as an education and events volunteer, which is basically going around the county teaching people about the wildlife that's in their area, you know, educating them to what they can do to encourage more wildlife, and, as I say, what wildlife is there. Well,
all I can say, Hawk, is good that you're doing the stuff that you're doing. Keep up the good work. What's your website if people want to log on and have a look?
It's www.suffolknaturalist.com.
All right, brilliant. Are you going out in the rain now? Have you got your binoculars with you? Got your scope with you?
Yes, it's all there in the car. I'll go out and have a little wander around.
So you're not put off by weather that's not on your side, shall we say?
No, nature's happening all the time. There's all wonderful stuff out there to be seen. Brilliant.
Well, I wish you a happy day. Thank you so much for speaking to us here at BBC Radio Suffolk this morning. Hawk Honey, who comes from Ipswich, he's a naturalist and blogger and really wants to share his enthusiasm. You know, he said for himself, off he goes to take in some wildlife. But, you know, he's come originally from the East End of London. You don't have to know about all this stuff. You don't have to have an inbuilt knowledge. You don't have to have been taught by your parents. You can just go out and look around for yourself with all these wonderful resources.